Okay, we've taken a look at a couple of different belts from the folks at Klik Belt here on the channel, and we've actually done some competitions between Klik Belt and the old '88 Ford Bronco. So far the score is Klik Belt 2, Bronco 0. We're going to take a look at a third offering from the folks at Klik Belt. That's their D-ring tactical belt, and we're going to see how well this one fares against the old Bronco. That's coming up on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So we got another sponsor to the channel, the folks at Klik Belt, who you have seen on here a couple times before. We actually have pitted their belts in competition against the '88 Bronco. So far the score is Klik Belt 2, Bronco 0. We're going to try one more time to give the old Bronco a chance to tear up one of their belts today in just a minute. But real quickly, as I said a few weeks ago, I am seeking sponsors for the channel. The folks at Klik Belt were kind enough to send me one of their new belts, and this is the D-ring tactical duty, kind of a rigger's safety type belt. And like I promised you, I'm only accepting sponsors to the channel who I believe in and have proven themselves to be trustworthy and put out really good stuff and do a great job. And I got to say that as far as I'm concerned, the folks at Klik Belt have done that. Just as a quick recap, the first belt they sent me was their standard belt, has a D-ring buckle on it. It's 4,000 pounds of strength rating, and you can still see the marks here, by the way, where we tested this against the old Bronco, put it in a heck of a bind, and it's still working just fine, and it succeeded and passed the test. One of the things I really like about this belt is that it's just very flexible and very comfortable to wear. If you're a concealed carrier, though, you like to carry a concealed carry firearm, this may not be the best choice. So the folks at Klik Belt were kind enough to send me next, and we did a review on this one, their double ply tactical duty belt, and it has enough rigidity to give good support to a concealed carry firearm. The latest belt they've sent me is it is really the 2-ply tactical belt, the same belt, but it has the D-ring rigger's belt type Cobra buckle on it. I know a lot of people like this. They want that extra bit of ring here. You can use this for a lot of different things. Primarily it's for safety. If you're in a situation where maybe you need to tie yourself off, whether that's for work, your construction work or whatever, or if it's from, if you're just in a situation that you need to do so, this gives you a really good opportunity to be safe. The belt itself is rated for 4,000 pounds. It is 2-ply 1.5" mil-spec nylon webbing with a 6,000 pound tensile strength. And the D-ring buckle, the D-ring is rated for 5,000 pounds of strength, and the buckle for 4,000. One thing I really like about Klik Belts are they are made in the USA. Now that is with the exception of the Cobra buckle, because genuine Cobra buckles are only made in Austria. So this has got a full rigger stitch everywhere. You can see the stitching there. It is just extremely solid. This buckle exceeds, I'm going to read this because ANSI Z359.1, CSA, EN, UAA, and NFPA standards for fall protection. So this is the real deal. It's a really, really solid belt. And what I really like about it is the fact that it is really easy to put this belt on, even though it has a Cobra buckle. Okay, so here we are. We got a regular pair of Lee blue jeans on. I did not wear my favorite 24/7 tactical pants because I just want to show you this thing will work on a regular pair of blue jeans as well as easy as a regular belt. Because as you can see, the Cobra buckle is way bigger than a belt loop. And the reason this is so easy to put on is because they have a 12-inch piece of single-ply nylon here on the working end, so to speak. So all you got to do is just leave the buckle connected together and just put the single-ply piece right through your pants, like so. Just like a regular belt, no big deal. And I happen to be using, by the way, my hog holsters inside the waistband holster with an ulti-clip, which fastens to the pants instead of the belt, which I really like. I've got a review on that. And so you just put it through here like so, and then you just buckle here, which takes no longer than buckling a standard belt with the little holes, pegs in it. Pull it tight however you want it. Run it back through your loops. And they even give you a little rubber keeper to, they call that a tail tamer, I believe, to catch your tail there, and then you've got it on. So you got the loop here if you need it, and if you need to take your pants on or off or whatever, it's really simple to do. You just do this and then you're good. The only time you really have to rethread it is if you take the belt off your pants. So it gives you the strength and rigidity and safety of the Cobra buckle system with the ease of a standard belt, which I think is extremely handy, and I think they did a great job on the design on this. So that is how simple this thing is to put on. So what I thought we'd do before we go and do battle with the Bronco, we're going to check out the old riggers loop here and see how well that thing works. Then we'll get to doing some of that belt versus Bronco stuff. Okay, I've got the original Klik belt, I've got the tactical 2-ply duty belt, and I've got a couple of the riggers belts here with a nice aluminum, hopefully this is a climbing rated carabiner, and just going to check it out. Hopefully the belt loops on the pants will hold. So let's do it. Oh, is my face red? Oh, okay. Not very comfortable, but it works. So, okay, with that behind us, let's go take the Bronco on. Okay, I really tried to figure out a different way to test the belt against the old Bronco. Right now, so far the belt has survived 2 tests with the Bronco. I thought we'd do this time. I've already used the first belt to pull the Bronco up the hill, the second one to jack the Bronco up. This time I've got the D-ring buckle here with another Klik belt through it, connected to my F-150 full-size pickup truck and the Bronco. I've got this truck in park with the emergency brake set. We're going to see if the old Bronco's got enough power to break the belt or to pull the truck or something. We're going to give it all we got with Bronco in anyway and drive. I'm going to put it in 4-wheel drive and we'll see what happens. Okay, the Bronco might have won that round. This is the first belt, and you can see that it actually broke the stitching on the fixed Cobra side of the Cobra buckle, and then on the 2-ply it didn't break anything, but the outer ply has a little more stretch to it, so it broke the some of the stitching here. But the buckle held just fine, so we're going to give it one more shot. I don't know how much pressure this thing's on. This is the Bronco 4-wheel drive low, so it's got some torque on it. But just to be fair, we're going to take the other belt out of the equation, give it one more shot. Okay, so I got a chain here. Go ahead, take some of the slack out of it. Get up here, and got it hooked onto the D-ring. Hopefully we won't tear this thing up. Let's try it. Now I've got it in 4-wheel drive low. We're gonna give it all she got and see what happens. Okay, well, man, that thing is tuned to a high E. Okay, you can see the buckle itself is holding right here. That thing is doing what it's supposed to do. A lot of tension on this thing. Got it to the tire spinning, that was enough. I don't want to tear up the Bronco or anything else, but man, this thing is super tight. Looks like it may have bent the little rod here a little bit and spread this out a little bit. I don't know if I'll even be able to get this hook out of here. I'll probably have to beat it off, but it actually did what it's supposed to do. If you're wearing this for safety, then it just needs to save your life once, and it's completely been worth the money. So I have to say, even though the stitches again failed, which is perfectly acceptable in my opinion from a safety standpoint, man, it looks like the D-ring Klik belt is won another round. Okay, well, that was a crazy, ridiculous test of the Klik belt D-ring buckle 2-ply tactical belt. And first of all, this is the original belt. The first failure you saw was not of the D-ring tack. It was the original belt, and the stitching just gave way. But again, this is not a rigger's belt. This thing is not rated for safety. It's got totally different stitching. It's got good stitching for everyday use. There's nothing wrong with this belt. I really like it. I'm really kind of bummed out that I broke it, but you can see the difference in the stitching here. It's got rigger stitching. I mean, it is stitched 6 ways from Sunday, and it held so much to the effect that you can see the hook completely pried its way in there, and it is jammed in there. There's no way I can tell you how much pressure this thing took. Not only did it force its way and spread the D-ring, which did not fail, by the way. It's still hanging in there strong. The belt didn't fail. Got to pulling the tires, so this thing held, and I'm really impressed with this. Let me see if I can get it off of there. Okay, you can see that it wore a hole in the nylon, maybe melted it, but this thing is still functional. The belt is still functional. It did tear the stitching here again because I think the outer webbing has maybe a little more stretch. I don't know, there's just a difference in circumference if nothing else. It caused it to tear a little bit, but it did its job and held the weight. And I got to say, I'm really confident that that would protect you in any kind of fall or any kind of situation where you would need the D-ring. Really, again, impressed with the Klik Belt. I got to say, right now I've got it at Klik Belt 3, Bronco 0. Chuck Norris can make fire by rubbing 2 ice cubes together. Gotta say, this is really good. Real quick, I forgot to mention this. This thing is available in a multitude of sizes. I think they'll even do custom sizing for you. It's free worldwide shipping, and the cost of the belt on Amazon is $69. So that is an exceptional value in my point. If you're looking for a really high quality, extremely tough, I mean extremely tough, D-ring type tactical belt, riggers type belt, I think I completely recommend the Klik Belt, and that's not just because they're a sponsor. Again, they wouldn't even be a sponsor if I didn't believe in them. But I'm telling you, you make your own decision. But I saw it with my eyes. This is one stinking tough belt. So once again, thanks to the folks at Klik Belt for sending me this so I can show it to you and for sponsoring this channel. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, for sharing this video with all your friends. And thank you so much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. Oh yeah, there'll be a link to this belt down below. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. Be prepared. I'll see you next time. I've had to jump the Bronco off twice now, so I'm wearing the other keeper on my finger because I don't know why.